Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the PM Silver Bullet for Thursday, October 5th. So when we come to the chart, we see that we're kind of like in a market maker model, right? Like kind of big horseshoe right here. So let's just see, let's throw some things on the chart and see what we're aiming for here. Open the Kraken Silver Bullet indicator, and let's go with the what's this afternoon. So let's start with New York lunch. Okay, so obviously New York lunch high is taken, so we would like to see a reversal to take out the New York sell side. If we go higher, previous day high has not been taken out yet, so that's still a valid draw right there. Let's see if there's anything else we can add on here. New York lunch, PM session, as we're already on, so let's do the AM session. AM session high, okay, so there's a target that we can aim for, and AM session low is down here, so it has been aimed for. So if we go lower, we have two targets here, we have two targets up. I think that's probably pretty good. I'm going to go candle by candle and see what we see here. But right now it's started the hour and we are going up. So I want to see if, let's mark off some of these right here. Let's mark off this fair value gap right there, and there's a fair value gap right here. All right, let's just see. Let's go candle by candle here. All right, so there's another 3 fair value gaps here. Obviously, if it was going to come down, obviously I think it's going higher. It's taking this out. We're not reversing right now, so I'm thinking we're aiming for this liquidity right here. So if it pulls back, I'm going to want to see it come down here. I can't take this one to be obviously in a premium. These would be in probably a discount at the moment. So that's kind of what I want to see. I'm just looking for it to turn down so I can take a swing high and pull my fib to see what's going on here. And I don't count that as thing. I need a down candle. Another down candle. Perfect. There. I can pull the fib from high to or from low to high here. Let me just angle this up like this and move this over so it's easier to be seen. All right, so low to high equilibrium here. So we need to be down here. Optimal trade entry is right here in between this second fair value gap. So if it comes in there, I will buy 2 and aim for the buy side liquidity here. Okay. Okay. That would have taken us in right there at 62. So if I buy it, it's going to be I'm going to buy it right there based on trading view. But that would have got entered us in the trade right there at the top of that fair value gap. So my 5, max I can go as 5 handles, but I want to do 1 tick below this low, so that's good. Obviously that's the first candle of this fair value gap, so it's got to be below that. And then I'm aiming for the AM buy side liquidity, which is a 12-point move, or 12 handle move. That's 1 to 3, so I'm good with that. Where would I take a partial? About 60%, so somewhere in here. See, it could go in those. That's a risk you take, knowing that it could trade in down in the lower fair value gaps. That's why our stop is below the low. All right, so I'm looking at this. We didn't take this high yet. If we come back down here and start respecting this, I'm going to take a trade. Okay, it's respecting that there. I want to see what the next candle does. Doji candle. You know what? I'm going to buy 2 more right there. Let me put another one on. Still goes below this, so now it's only 3 1/4. Still going to aim for, well, now we're going to aim for the 4 to 1 right there. So I'll take 2 off when it gets still right up here. So we're back there. It's respecting this fair value gap. I don't like that hitting there, but I do like it going up. So it's respecting that right there. It's not going lower. So I feel fairly confident in that. I'd like to see these highs get broken though. Obviously, aggressively, much better. I'm going to take two off. Why? Because this would have had our limit order, would have been hit. So to be fair, I'm going to take 2 off. It's taking it off right here, which is not as right where I wanted it, but that's fine. I'll move my trailing stop now. Trailing stop. And let's make sure this is flat here, and let's move this. See, the highest one's right there, so right there. We got 1 fair value gap here. So 2 fair value gaps and a volume imbalance. So I'm going to move my stop just below that one right there. Show you what I see here. I see a fair value gap right here. Why I'm trailing my stop where I put it. I see another one right here. Okay, and then we have a volume imbalance right here. Okay, 3 PD arrays, I don't want to see them violated, so I'm moving my stop. There's another volume imbalance, but let's see if it holds, doesn't hold. So all right, well then I gotta flatten them both because they both would have been hit right there. Take this one out right here as well. Okay, move my trailing stop. I'll take off optimal trade entry. And all right, let's see how the rest of the hour goes. See if we can get that previous day high. All right. Okay. Well, it hit our buy side liquidity right there. Let's take off these long positions. Okay, let's turn this like this. All right, when it came to the PM session, we saw that New York lunch was taken, but we were looking for a reversal. But where would we need it? If we were right here, starting the 2 o'clock hour, where would we need price to go to be a market structure shift? For me, it'd be down here. Price never did that, so we obviously weren't targeting this sell side liquidity. When it broke through the high here, I'm looking up and I'm seeing that we have an AM buy side liquidity and a previous day high here. First target is what I shoot for, that's AM buy side liquidity. So we had 3 fair value gaps. We pulled our fib from the low to the high. We saw equilibrium. We saw optimal trade entry right down in here, and that's where we got in at. And it still came down and respected optimal trade entry again. We waited for a candle close. The second candle closed, and that's where we could get in right in these 2 candles right here. That's where we added another 2 contracts because it was respecting optimal trade entry. We assumed the risk. We took the risk. We were looking for AM buy side liquidity to be taken. Price came up, went over 60%. We took half our positions off and trailed our stop from the 3 PDA rule, and then ended up hitting our full TP. So that is your PM Silver Bullet for October 5th.